You have the unique benefit of spending significant time in both Western Europe and in Africa. What are the misconceptions that you see on this issue of climate and environmental justice, and even healthcare for that matter, as you go back and forth between the two parts of the world? What does either side not understand about the other that we as citizens and observers should be trying to bridge the gaps on?
Hmm. That's a good question. I think one thing that is important for example, the global north to note is that what is happening in the global south should be really understood so that we know how to globally help the world. Um, as we know that even though a majority of the countries that are contributing the most in terms of global emissions is from the West, the impact is feeling the worst in the global South. So if we're looking at, for example, how to respond to natural disasters, how to respond to healthcare issues, how to even to respond to conflict, and how to respond to food insecurities, we're going to understand how to do that when we research and help people on the ground in the global south. And that means that even when we come to international climate policies, they should be shaped not on the idea of profit, not on the idea of renewable energy, but actually what do these local communities need? Because if we're saying that if renewable energy only thrives in the global north, but then there's a lot of emissions still happening in the global south, then that wouldn't work long term. It means that the world as a whole is not operating in conjunction with one another. And I think when it comes to the global south, I I would say that it's important when we're talking about, for example, loss and damage fund or climate finance, that it should not come as a debt. Because if these finances are being given with the idea that they need to be paid back, then more debt means more corruption, means more instability, and it means that, again, the local people are the ones that are suffering the most. So how can we reach an agreement where these finances are given as grants, for example, without strings attached, so that two parts of the world can thrive and grow together to actually help the environment?